How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Grimm from the Bug Out Boys, and it is review time. And the piece of gear that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be the CRKT's Chogan Tomahawk. So why don't I bring you in close, and let's give this Tomahawk a thorough look over. Alright, well, now that I got you in close, I will remind you that I will be leaving a link in the description so you can check out the technical specs from CRKT of the Chogan Tomahawk. And without further ado, let's go over the positives. So number one positive is definitely going to be price. I believe it's roughly around $60, and for me, for a tool that I'm going to be using a lot, that's perfectly acceptable. It is well built. I've been using it a lot out in the field. I haven't had any problems with the handle, the sharpness, the metal, anything. And I'm not afraid to use it. I'm not afraid to scratch it, ding it up, put it to work, where you might be afraid to do that with a $400 Tomahawk. So that being said, at $60, heck, maybe you might buy two. One for your pack, one for your car, as a backup. Another positive for me specifically was going to be the design. I wanted a nice hammer pole for my Tomahawk because all the tools that I have in my pack, I want them to have multiple uses. So the fact that this Tomahawk comes with this hammer pole, not a spike, not, I don't know, just made, some of them are just chopped off right there, an actual dedicated hammer pole that I can use this Tomahawk for more than just chopping. It can also be actually a really good hammer. I've used it already. And then that kind of goes right into the third positive, which is versatility. It's a good chopper, because it's got a decent amount of weight because of the hammer pole. You can choke up on it, obviously, use it for some finer detail work because of the hammer pole. You can crack nuts, put it in tent stakes, but this part, the wooden shaft, that's a positive for me in this versatility, because if I find that this shaft is too long for me, big deal. I cut it off and I'm fine. But if I go, oops, I made a mistake, too short, well, buy another one or make another. Because, hopefully you can see that, this is just a simple oval. Some other Tomahawks have this teardrop shape, and that could be kind of difficult to replicate out in the wilderness versus a simple oval. Not a problem. Which, speaking about out in the wilderness, if this shaft were to break on you, you can fix it out in the wilderness. You can't fix carbon fiber and you can't fix steel if you bend it or break it. And then it's only friction fit, so no screws, no nothing. So you just pop this off with banging on the ground, and you could use just the head as a tool without the shaft, or tie a rope in there. I don't know, use it as a improvised grappling hook, or you need to swing it to get a rope to the other side of a stream. I don't know. Versatility, and it is, for all intents and purposes, repairable out in the wilderness. And now for the negatives. One, it's kind of a negative, kind of not, is going to be the weight. It is weightier than your typical Tomahawk, but lighter than your hatchet. Extra weight gives you better chopping power, but you might not want to carry it. Personal preference, I think, and you can make that determination by looking at the tech specs. But another negative, and this is definitely a negative, doesn't come with a sheath. It has a little rubber band thing that kind of goes over here, and the first time I took it out, I tried to use it as a sheath and actually ended up losing it, to be honest with you. I mean, I tried to take care of it, but the blade started poking through, no sheath. And then lastly, the sheath that CRKT offers, which is a sheath slash, I guess, mounting point for your belt or pack, is crap. Sorry, CRKT, it really is. It's not a good option, in my opinion. So when you purchase this, know that you are going to have to purchase an aftermarket sheath and an aftermarket belt loop or some sort of mounting device for your Tomahawk. And then the last negative is that the wood is great. It's a great hickory wood. Hickory's been used for axe handles for centuries, and it's a great wood. But they put a coating. I'm not sure if it was a varnish or what the actual term is, and that's great that it seals the wood up, but it doesn't feel good. It didn't feel good in my hand, I should say. This is my personal opinion. And as you notice, mine looks different. The blade looks a bit different in this, and that's because I stripped that coating, that varnish, whatever, off the handles, got down to bare wood, restained it a color that I liked, and then sealed it with some Ren wax that I get a better grip in my bare hand as well as gloved hands. And just FYI, I just stained this with some apple cider to make it darker. But that's all just personal preference at that point. And so clearly, the negatives are not really with the Tomahawk itself, it's more just the whole package. And I love this Tomahawk. I've been using it ever since I got it, and I will continue to use it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Chogan Tomahawk. If you did, please do subscribe. There's going to be more reviews, bots, Pioneer preps, and of course, Bug Out Boy episodes along the way. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please don't hesitate to write them down below in the comment section. I will get back to you, and I will help you out the best that I can, because I want you to be informed, and that's what these reviews are about. So, till then, take care.